What does the supply chain advantage look like? Start with 12,000 experienced teammates. Add the precision of 20 modern distribution centers, the reach of one of the nation's largest fleets, merchandising solutions that drive sales, and custom technology applications that make doing business easy. Together, it's how we enable you to buy better, sell smarter, and profit more. McLean, your supply chain advantage in action.
When retailer Thorntons Incorporated began thinking about developing a new store design, it had modest goals. Its big, hairy, audacious goal, or BHAG, as business author Jim Collins would call it, was to sell more beverages, according to Chief Operating Officer Tony Harris.
We were just trying to make incremental improvement. We wanted to sell more beverages. We set this goal to really grow our dispensed beverage business because we felt like it was strategic, led to other things down the road. And we wanted to really work hard on how can we be an authority in dispensed beverage, hot, cold, frozen.
Thorntons brought in design firm Shook Kelly to help with the project, and it didn't take long for principal Kevin Kelly to decide Thorntons was aiming too low.
What we typically do in most industry work, and we look at a much broader scape of what we're trying to hit retail brains. And as we look at what is your relationship with a customer, both physically, socially, and emotionally, what's the competitive environment you operate in, not only your direct competitors, but things like Chipotle and even grocery stores. We also look at the internal culture, the cause that your employees have, and we look at what we call the social context, the issues of national discussion, obesity, terrorism, sugar, all of those issues, and we try to combine all those down into a big idea.
The admittedly overreaching goals led Thorntons to turn to its customers and ask them what they expect and what they want from a convenience store. The responses were sobering.
What they told us, both customers who shopped our stores and those who didn't, was that all convenience stores are the same. And I only eat at a convenience store if I have to save time, don't have a choice. And what they're really saying there is I'm willing to sacrifice quality for the sake of time, just if I have to. Pretty depressing. If you know anything about our organization, I've been there 20 years, and we are a hard-charging group. We set really high standards, and we try to do things in a way that we think is right. This was hard to swallow.
Harris says he found what he believes is the answer to that concern in the history of the Thorntons company.
And I found a quote from Mr. Thornton. He's our founder, brilliant, wonderful guy. He said, you got to create recognizable value for the customer. Recognizable is the really key word there. When he started our company in 1971, he was a low-price leader on fuel. We still attempt to be a low-price leader today. It's difficult to create recognizable value for the consumer these days with a gasoline offer. People are attempting it with loyalty offers and other things, but it's tough. It's really easy to just match up, and good competitors are willing to do that. So we had to get at this again. How do we get back to this idea of creating recognizable value for our customers? And that really then began to challenge our team around exactly what Kevin, I believe, and his firm was trying to talk to us about, and that is this idea of we got to think different, not better. And we were in this mentality of just trying to be better than we were last year, better than the guy down the road. We'd feel good about ourselves when we went into a competitor's store. We'd find all the things that they were doing wrong. We felt good about what we were doing based on what they were doing, not, again, based on how we were going to stand out in the marketplace, how we were going to be differentiated.
The conclusion was a new store design with multiple roof lines, wide aisles, bright colors, and a fresh focus on food service. The results include a 36% increase in customer count, a 26% increase in gasoline gallons, a 23% increase in cigarette sales, and yes, an 81% increase in fountain drink sales. For Kelly, the new store isn't a complete realization of his vision for Thorntons, but he admits the client knows best what works for him.
A big mistake I made at Thorntons, my fault, is that I tried to bring too much to the bear on the market, and I lost them kind of in the mentality. Tony Harris, I think he is the future of convenience. I think what he's doing and where he's taken this concept that we started is exactly what needs to happen. He's taken a seed of an idea that we had, and he's expanded it, perfected it, honed it down, and still allowed some openness.
Reporting for CSP, I'm Steve Holtz.